What do I do for filming? What's going on, guys? Today we are on set of a short film and we're filming in this crazy location. But the question is, what are we filming and why are we filming? Well, we are filming because Nanlite is making an amazing contest where you can win a lot of Nanlite products. More instructions will be provided in the description below, but bear with me because it's an awesome contest. So what you have to do is basically you have to recreate a scene from one of your favorite top 20 movies of all time. And if you're super creative, if your recreation is very good, and if you can impress us with your cinematography and creativeness, you have a chance to win amazing products from Nanlite. But like I said, more instructions will be provided down below. So basically what we did today is we tried to show you guys what you have to do for this contest. So we kind of tried to recreate one of the movies that we like, and we recreated a scene from the Fight Club. As you can see, I chose a scene where they kind of both get into a fight, but I wanted to add a little bit of spice to it. So let's watch it, and then I'm gonna go behind the scenes with you guys and explain everything that we did in order to get this scene. So what do you want me to do? You just want me to hit you? Yeah, just do me one favor, come on. Why? Why? I don't know, I never got hit before. Why now? Just hit me with your best shot, man. Come on. I don't know about this, to be honest. Who cares, man? Nobody's watching. You so let's just be lose. You want me to hit you with my best shot. Yeah. Just go crazy with it, man. Come on. I don't know, man. Doesn't feel right. Just hit me with your best shot. Come on. What are you waiting for? All right, fine. All right, so let's do it. Try and tilt your head a little bit up. That's right. I think I got the shot. So let's see the shot. All right, here it is. This is your best shot, man? What do you mean? You call this shit your best shot? I think it looks pretty cool. Pfft. You need to learn filmmaking, man. Come on, man. So I really hope you enjoyed the short film. I tried my best to make it as best as possible. Obviously, we don't shoot short films very often, so whenever we do, it's pretty interesting and we kind of get excited. Also, we get a little bit out of our comfort zone because, as you've seen, we shoot a lot of commercials, and shooting short film is a different process. But overall, I hope it turned out pretty cool. My acting is not the best, but I tried my best in order to portray both of the actors. I even shaved my beard in order to make an actor's difference. And also, we're gonna go to what gear we used in order to make this short film work and how we found these locations and all that. So in order to find the best location to shoot our short film and to recreate the scenes as best as possible, I searched for a parking lot and I couldn't find one that looks similar. So instead we searched for a place where there isn't light and we can put our lights in order to get the shots that we want, because as you've seen in the initial scene, it's a pretty dark mood. And to get that mood, we had to use light from the other part of the subject, for example, as a backlight or as a side light. So for that, I used 3 pavo tubes, which are pretty big, and those ones ran for more than 2 hours right now. So it's pretty cool how long the battery holds. Of course, they are not at maximum, they are around at 10%. And to add a little bit of contrast, I used this pavo tube on a different white balance in order to have just a little bit of color contrast in the scene. As you see in the original movie, there is also two different lights like this, one on the telephone and one on a lamp that is giving a little bit of color contrast. We only added one because we didn't find a place where to add the other one, and it was kind of ruining the shot. But overall, with the lighting, this is everything that we done. We're gonna go now to the camera. So the camera that we used is the Zcam E2 f6 with the 35mm lens from Canon and my Atomos Shinobi monitor. And to film all this, we used a tripod, and this tripod is from Siri, a pretty good tripod. But the reason that we filmed on a tripod was because I kind of filmed this alone. I only had my assistant Chipri, which was filming behind the scenes and also making sure the focus is okay. But other than that, it was just two persons making this. Also for the boom mic, I used a wireless lavalier that goes into the boom, so we didn't have cables or anything like that. So the whole setup was pretty simple, and to be honest, I think it turned out pretty good for the amount of time we had. We were lucky that we found a location that didn't have natural light because we didn't want to film this late in the night. We wanted to film in daytime in order to be like fresh and not tired. So this worked pretty fast. We didn't use cables for the lights, so the lights ran on batteries. We didn't have to have our mind set, where do we get power, where do we get that and this and that. So it was a pretty fast process. We filmed this in 2 hours, and I think you can do the same, and I think you can do even better than what I did. Mostly because you can have probably access to actors, or you can have access to somebody that knows how to play in your movies. I'm not the best actor, but I tried my best. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to read the description and check all the information that you need to know about attending to this short film, and I wish you the best of luck. Also, I'm gonna be one of the judges, so let the comments roll. No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna be as fair as possible with everyone. Anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I wish you best of luck to the contest. Cheers.